These are your evening headlines for February 13th, 2026, right here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Kimber Pierce. The newest apostle for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and his wife are reflecting about the new calling. The church announced Thursday that Elder Clark G. Gilbert was ordained as the newest member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. He received the call on Wednesday. The call came after already spending time with Church President Dallin H. Oaks in a meeting.
And at the end of the meeting, he said, Elder Gilbert, would you come in for just one item of follow-up? And I sat down and he extended the calling. And it was immediately sobering and humbling and took us back, but beautiful at the same time.
Sister Christine Gilbert testified about this new calling as well.
We're very, very humbled by this calling, but also very grateful that we have an opportunity to witness of Jesus Christ. We love him, and we would do whatever he needed us to do, and we're grateful.
Elder Gilbert is 55 years old and the youngest member of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. Members of the Quorum serve for the rest of their lives. Their job is to testify of Jesus Christ.
And we're so grateful that we have a calling, that I have this calling now to witness that Jesus is the Christ. And if people all across the world will look to him, he will make their lives better, more meaningful, more joyful. And it happens in and through our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Elder Gilbert was serving as a General Authority 70 and as the Commissioner of Church Education at the time of his calling. The Upper Valley SAFE Initiative is a new undertaking designed to protect families and communities through awareness and education. It was started by Dean and Kristen Coleman. The SAFE stands for Safety, Awareness, and Freedom Through Education. The SAFE Task Force members learn from trainings given by various professionals. Then they abridge what they learned and customize it for the local community.
We look at the risks that our community is facing, and then we look at how do we scale those trainings down and get the most important things that community members need to know, and we bring it to them in workshops free of charge.
The program is comprised of volunteers who are professionals in various fields. Local law enforcement, internet crime specialists, educators, physicians are just some who offer their services to support the SAFE Initiative. The SAFE Initiative recently had its first public workshop. Although the public attendance did not reach the numbers they'd hoped, involvement from local leadership was high.
The engagement from the community and our leaders was phenomenal. We had the mayor in attendance. We had the county sheriff, the Rexburg police chief, and the ICAC representatives from the county and the city and other law enforcement.
And people from different agencies.
People from different agencies, educators that were there, and good cross-section of representation.
The first workshop focused on family protection through digital safety. The next meeting in April is planned to be a repetition of that meeting's topic with stronger messaging to show the significance of the problem to the community.
The Upper Valley SAFE Initiative, it isn't to put people in a panic and to freak them out to where they're stewing about things. It's to inspire and engage, because when people get engaged, they do feel empowered. You have to be proactive, and it really does dissipate a lot of the fear and anxiety around a lot of these topics.
To learn more about the SAFE Initiative, you can find updates and information on their Instagram page at Upper Valley SAFE Initiative. Budget negations continue this week in the state legislature. Simon Simpson has the story.
This week, the Joint Finance Appropriation Committee proposed cutting spending by another 1% for this fiscal year and 2% in fiscal year 2027. I talked to Democratic Representative Megan Egbert of Boise and Republican Senator Dave Lent of Idaho Falls this week. Lent chairs the Senate Education Committee, and he's worried about how the cuts will impact education.
And probably one of the places that I feel it the most is in our high school career technical education. And when we start cutting back on that, it's really cutting into people's ability to learn the knowledge, skills, and abilities that help them have living wages and be successful in life. So I'm particularly sensitive to that as well. So we advocate as we always do for our subject areas, and we fight for that. We also recognize that from time to time you have to take a hard look at things and redo them.
Representative Egbert told me her main budget priority is protecting Medicaid and Medicaid expansion.
My priorities always seem to revolve around affordable health care for Idahoans, and especially at a time like this when we've seen significant increases in premiums for private insurance. Some state employees even saw up to a 17% increase in their premiums. So for me, a lot of my priorities have to do with Medicaid, and specifically Medicaid expansion, which we know to repeal would cost the state over $20 million in deferred costs.
Each year, the legislature is required to pass a balanced budget, and negotiations are underway to make sure that happens. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Simon Simpson.
These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio headlines for February 13th, 2026. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Kimber Pierce.